Back in the days of slavery, the African American slaves would cook up a nice Thanksgiving turkey meal for their masters, and entertain them throughout the night. They would force the slaves to entertain their friends and family, who would then vote on which slave was the best entertainer and which was worst. The loser were then sold at auction the next day, which they called Black Friday. The slave purchasers knew the day following Thanksgiving there would be an auction, so that go prepared for the sale. They would get up early every morning, hoping they would be the first one in line, similar to today's Black Friday. Hundreds would show up hoping they could be the first to purchase the slaves that were on sale. This was the one day out of the year that the slaves were reduced in.
Spread the word, the next No Kings protest is going to be on Black Friday. We are going to shut down the system. There will be no purchasing on Black Friday. There will be no buying on Black Friday. They want us to feel it in healthcare. We're going to hit them right where their fucking pockets hurt as they drive up prices on things like bread, eggs, meat, cheese. We are gonna bleed them the fuck dry. No spend November. If you don't need it, don't buy it. And it will all come to a head on Black Friday when we will take to the streets for yet another No Kings protest. Black Friday in America is the one day we swarm to stores to try to get a bargain, and we make these people richer than they already are while we become poorer than they already know we are. Oh, and we're not doing Christmas shopping this year either. If the kids don't need it, don't fucking buy it. We don't participate in holidays when we can't get simple fucking healthcare coverage at less than $29,000 a goddamn week. You take away government benefits for 45 million Americans and think we're gonna go shopping on Black Friday? Like, comment, share, spread the word. Black Friday Blackout 2025.
Isn't it crazy that you were the first Black Friday, the first stocks to be traded ever? And the most outrageous thing is this is still going on right now. The trading, the Black Friday sales are still happening. Introvert, covertly, it's still going on. That's what's crazy. Like, we are participating in Black Friday sales, picnics. That's crazy. I'm just like,
who else was today's years old when they found out that Black Friday is actually a ritual that they use to celebrate the day that they would sell African American people for half price the day after Thanksgiving? How inhumane can this holiday, this tradition, this country that still uphold this shit be?
Back in the days of slavery, the African American slaves would cook up a nice Thanksgiving turkey meal for their masters, and entertain them throughout the night. They would force the slaves to entertain their friends and family, who would then vote on which slave was the best entertainer and which was worst. The loser were then sold at auction the next day, which they called Black Friday. The slave purchasers knew the day following Thanksgiving there would be an auction, so that go prepared for the sale. They would get up early every morning, hoping they would be the first one in line, similar to today's Black Friday. Hundreds would show up hoping they could be the first to purchase the slaves that were on sale. This was the one day out of the year that the slaves were reduced in.
And now, Black Friday means black being sold on Friday. Yes, black being sold on Fridays. You understand? So this is how they were being auctioned out. We have the agenda, we have their names, their age, and the prices. We have the baby among them, Harriet, 1 year old, for $150. Because they believe they resell them, you know. When the baby grows up, they will resell her and they'll gain more money.
Hello guys, welcome back to today's episode, and thank you so much for tuning in. In case you're watching us for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe. And of course, there is nothing that scares them like black unity. And in this one, the boycott, I feel that this Black Friday boycott is more than a trend, because I was looking even in the history of Black Friday, And I've seen that it actually started by selling black slaves at a half price. And it is so unfortunate that it was going up to now. And I feel that this boycott is actually history. It's actually historical, and it's going to be historical, just like the Montgomery protests, where Black Americans actually boycotted the bus for a whole year. And this will actually send a message. Even we know that we send a message about, how the MAGA government have made life for Black Americans or have made life difficulties by increasing their taxes, increasing the tariffs, removing Medicaids and Medicare, and still some of these companies that support those agendas are coming out to tell us to consume everything that we have saved. They continue making enormous profit while, black people wealth is still going with them. So in that way, they have been making us something like slaves, because we work 3 jobs. They increase the taxes. They remove Medicare and Medicaid. Then they promote spending. So it is like we are working for them. But what is interesting in this Black Friday boycott and boycotting Christmas is that it's history. We cannot continue something that actually demeaned us. So I feel proud at this moment that we are erasing and reading some of the history. So guys, I have videos, of course, and kudos to the content creators explaining the history of Black Friday.
Oh, and also, it's only right to play this one too, because Black Friday is also around the corner. So listen carefully.
Back in the days of slavery, the African American slaves would cook up a nice Thanksgiving turkey meal for their masters, and entertain them throughout the night. They would force the slaves to entertain their friends and family, who would then vote on which slave was the best entertainer and which was worst. The loser were then sold at auction the next day, which they called Black Friday. The slave purchasers knew the day following Thanksgiving there would be an auction, so that go prepared for the sale. They would get up early every morning, hoping they would be the first one in line, similar to today's Black Friday. Hundreds would show up hoping they could be the first to purchase the slaves that were on sale. This was the one day out of the year that the slaves were reduced in price.
Now, why are we still going to Black Friday? Why are we still spending our money with these people? Do y'all understand that every last one of their holidays came from what the fuck they did to us? But yet we are still, in this day and age, in 2025, still spending our money on this bullshit. Still going out and celebrating and participating into this bullshit. And y'all wonder why they take us as a fucking joke. Y'all don't realize the reason why they don't take us seriously is because they know how easy it is to corrupt your fucking mind with a little materialistic bullshit. Wake the fuck up, y'all. Stop falling for this bullshit. Ain't nothing materialistic in this world more important than standing for what the fuck you believe in, and standing for your ancestors who went through all hell just for you to be in the position that you are in today. They did not do all that for you to fucking fall and fumble the fucking ball. Wake up.
I'm done with marching. We're not marching anymore. The only thing that moves this society is racism and greed. Do not give your hard-earned money back to the people that want you in chains. Black people, we need to boycott. We need to disengage from Black Friday. Hear me again. We need to boycott Black Friday. Unless we are spending our money with Black-owned businesses, we need to boycott Black Friday and focus on definitely never shopping again at Walmart, Chick-fil-A, American Airlines, because they were some of the top donors of the Orange Man's campaign. Actions speak louder than words. You can create action in your everyday life, and I'm here to tell you how. Also, I've heard a lot of people from my last video talk to me about how we built up our society before only to have it burned down and torn apart by racist white people. Black Wall Street was thrown out there. Yes, we built societies in the past, beautiful communities. But what we did not do is protect those societies we built. We did not maintain the protection of what we built, and that is what needs to change. We're not going to talk about how we're going to accurately protect what we build online. We need to get out of the whole realm of telling our whole plan on the internet. We need to go back to the days where we grouped up and spoke in real life, in person. And that's going to take the communities that we come from. That's going to take the churches opening their doors for meetings. Wherever we can group up and meet in person and specifically talk about our strategies to protect our communities by policing the police and watching out for one another and having people walk through the neighborhood to make sure people are getting home safely. These things need to happen in person. I don't want anybody putting out strategies on how to protect our Black businesses and our Black schools on the internet. We need to do that in person. So we will organize and group up. If you want to group up for that. Stop marching. Group up to talk strategy. Group up in real life to talk strategy. Group up in real life to talk about how we're going to attack all of the problems in our community. We have to get serious and we have to get consistent. So to recap, there is no Black Friday. We're out. The only Black Friday I want to see people talking about is the fact that we're going to make it a point to go out and find Black businesses on Black Friday to contribute to. Walmart, you're done. We boycott you. Chick-fil-A, we're done. We boycott you. You want us in chains? We'll put you out of business.